Today, in our lecture, we will study about Clausius inequality and entropy. Like we have already discussed about other Carnot theorem, like maximum reversible engine efficiency, and only the reversible engine is having the maximum efficiency in comparison to other engines, unattainability of the negative absolute temperature, etc. In the same sequence, we are going to take the next corollary, which is called as the Clausius inequality. And Clausius inequality says that when a system undergoes a complete cyclic process, the integral of quantity del q by t around the cycle is less than 0 or equal to 0. The Clausius inequality says when a system undergoes a complete cyclic process, the integral of term del q by t around the cycle is less than 0 or equal to 0. Here, the equality and inequality signs hold for reversible or irreversible cycles respectively. It means the equality sign is used for the reversible and inequality signs hold for the irreversible cycle. And this theorem is known as Clausius inequality. This is called as the Clausius inequality. In mathematical form, we can write for the closed process, the integration of quantity del q by t is less than or equal to 0. So here this del Q represents the heat transfer at a part of the system boundary during a portion of the cycle. It is the heat transfer. Okay? And here temperature T indicates it is the absolute temperature at that part of the boundary. So now we will prove that this quantity del Q by T is less than 0 or equal to 0. So to prove this cycle, we will use this diagram. So I am going to again explain here in this section. You see here, we are having a PV diagram here. We are having a PV diagram here. Then suppose here there is a reversible cyclic process. That is A, here it is B, C, and this point is D. So this is a reversible cyclic process ABCD on the PV diagram. Now to prove the our Clausius inequality, we can divide this cycle into a number of small segments. Let's suppose this is segment 1, this is segment 2, segment 3, 4, 5, and 6 segments we have taken here. Which we have divided the whole area of this cyclic process ABCD into small segments or into small parts. Now here, in this case, we can take that the small segments, all small segments will work as the small Carnot cycle. So for the first segment, this one, you will see here the source temperature is T1 indicated here, source temperature T1, and this process is the isothermal process. This process is the isothermal process. So heat source at temperature T1 will take del Q1 amount of heat. The system will take at this temperature T1 del Q1 amount of heat. And here also the temperature is T2. This is showing the temperature T2. It is also the isothermal heat rejection process here. And del Q2 amount of heat is being taken at this sink temperature T2 for the first small cycle. Now the other two lines means this one and this one. These are two indicating the isentropic process, constant entropy process. So one is the isentropic expansion and there is the isentropic compression. So actually the first part indicates it is the small Carnot cycle. If we go for the second segment, then here the temperature is T1 dash. Source temperature is T1 dash. Heat is being taken from the heat source is del Q1 dash. And at the sink side, the temperature is T2 dash. And the heat is being rejected is del Q2 dash. Similarly, for the third segment, means this one, the temperature is T1 double dash. Heat is being taken from the heat source is del Q1 double dash. Sink temperature, there will be here for the third cycle, this temperature is T2 double dash, and heat being taken or rejected to the surrounding or the sink is del Q2 double dash. Similarly, we can also write for the fourth segment, fifth segment, sixth segment, etc. We can do for the all, but it is not required at all. So what we have done here, a complete reversible cycle here has been divided into a small number of segments. The whole area of the cycle is divided into a small number of segments, and each segment will function as a small Carnot cycle. Each segment will function as a small Carnot cycle. It consists of four processes, two isothermals, one is here, and two reversible adiabatic or the isentropic processes. Okay, so now we will go for prove this. So here you will see that we know for Carnot cycle, as we know for this Carnot cycle, we can write its efficiency for Carnot cycle. As we already know, for this cycle, the efficiency can be written as equal to 1 minus Q2 by Q1, and that is also equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. This we have already got for the Carnot cycle. Now here, when we take the first small Carnot cycle, so for first small Carnot cycle, for first small Carnot cycle, now here first small Carnot cycle means this one. I am talking about this one. This is the first small Carnot cycle for this area we will take here. So for this cycle, we will write the efficiency of Carnot engine. So here we can write the efficiency can be written as 1 minus here this is a del Q2, this amount of heat rejected to the del Q2 to the del Q1, and which will be equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. These are the temperatures. T2 is the heat sink temperature, T1 is the heat source temperature. So further from here we can write this is further can written as minus del Q2 by del Q1 will be equal to minus T2 by T1. This minus will be cancelled, what will be cancelled, then that says del Q2 by Q1, del Q2 by del Q1 will be equal to T2 by T1. And further we can write here, this can also be written as del Q1 by T1. We have taken here. This is del Q1 we have taken here, and T2 we have taken here. We across this term. So del Q1 upon T1 equals to del Q2 by T2. Del Q2 by T2. Now, what we will do here, Now considering positive sign or plus sign for heat addition, positive sign for heat addition, or you can also say it is for the heat added, and a negative sign for heat rejected. So actually the heat addition is done at constant temperature T1. So heat addition actually it is concerned with del Q1. It is the amount of heat added. And the heat rejected, it is this amount is del Q2 for the first cycle. So by taking this sign, we can further write del Q1 because it will be heat. It is the heat addition. It will be taken as a positive. So del Q1 upon T1. This term will be positive. But del Q2 is the heat rejection. So this will be taken as negative. So minus del Q2 upon T2. Further, we can also write del Q1 upon T1 plus del Q2 upon T2, and this whole equals to 0. Del Q1 upon T1 plus del Q2 by T2 whole equals to 0. So this is the term we have received or obtained for the first Carnot cycle. Similarly, for the second Carnot cycle, for the second Carnot cycle, for second small Carnot cycle, second small Carnot cycle, second small cycle means this one. When talking about this one, this is the second small Carnot cycle. So we will take the whole process. Here the temperature is T1 dash. This temperature is T1 dash. Heat addition will be del Q1 dash, and sink temperature is here T2 dash, and heat rejection is del Q2 dash. Only dash will be there. In the third cycle, double dash is there. Difference is that. So in a similar manner, we can write this term as del Q1 dash by T1 dash plus del Q2 dash by T2 dash, and this is equal to 0. This is for the second cycle. Also we can write for the third cycle, and that will be del Q1, and that is double dash upon T1 double dash plus del Q2 double dash T2 double dash equals to 0, and so on. Similarly, we can also write it for the remaining cycles. Not necessary to write each and every small cycle. Okay. So now what we will do, we will sum all these terms because we have to find the summation of the whole cycle ABCD. So for cycle, for reversible cycle ABCD, for reversible cycle ABCD. So the summing up all these terms, summing up all the above terms. So when we will sum up all the above terms, we get the first one is del q1 by t1 plus del q2 by t2. This is for the first small Carnot cycle, plus for the second part we are going to write del q1 dash by t1 dash plus del q2 dash by t2 dash. Also you can write, it's not necessary, you can also write del q1 double dash by t1 double dash plus del q2 double dash by t2 double dash and plus so on for the remaining terms. So that will be equal to 0. So this is we have written for the first Carnot cycle, small cycle. This time for the second small Carnot cycle, and this term we have taken for the third small Carnot cycle. Now, when we sum the all terms, then we can write this term as, so we can write that sum for the cyclic process, this term del q by t, sum of all these terms del q by t, and it is for the reversible cycle. So here you can write REV for the reversible, and that will be equal to 0 for the cyclic process del q by t reversible, that is equal to 0. And now you can take this is as equation number 1. Take this is as equation number 1. Now for irreversible cycle, for irreversible cycle, this term del q by t is less than 0 as per the Clausius inequality. This term is less than 0. So we will take here for first small Carnot cycle. For first small Carnot cycle, because here the process of the cycle is irreversible, that cannot be reversed. For first small Carnot cycle, we can write the term will be same, that is del q1 by t1 plus del q2 by t2, and this term is this is less than 0 for the first small Carnot cycle. Similarly, for second small cycle, for second small Carnot cycle, and this term you can write, that is del q1 dash upon t1 dash plus del q2 dash t2 dash, and this term also less than 0, and so on. We can write for the other terms and so on. Similarly, we can also write for the other small cycles. So for complete cycle ABCD. For complete cycle ABCD, irreversible. It is not reversible, it is irreversible. So for this irreversible one, uh, we can write this closed cycle. The term is del Q by T, or you can also take that. Let's sum del Q1 by T1 plus del Q2 by T2 plus del Q1 dash by T1 dash plus del Q2 dash by T2 dash and plus so on, and that is less than 0. And just I have taken here only for the two small Carnot cycle. This is for the first one, this is for the second one. So also we can write for the whole cyclic process, this is del Q by T irreversible. It is irreversible. I double R E V, and that is less than 0. So suppose this is equation number 2. You can call it at the equation number 2. So we have got the term for the cycle, that is reversible or irreversible. So for irreversible, we got the equation number 2, and for the reversible, we got the equation number 1. Now we can combine the equation number 1 and 2 both. So combining here these two equations, now combining equations 1 and 2, combining equations 1 and 2, we get what we get is that we can write the combined term for this cyclic process. The term again, this is del Q by T. Here you can write either it is reversible or irreversible, applicable for both the term. And this term then is written as, this term is less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0. So we have got this expression for this Clausius inequality. It is for reversible or irreversible cycles. Now here the equal sign, equality sign, this sign indicates or used, this sign is used for reversible cycle. And inequality sign, this sign is used for irreversible cycle. Now, if we write, if we write this term, the cycle process del q by t equals to 0. We are taking here the equality sign. It means it is for reversible cycle. It is for reversible cycle. And if we are taking inequality sign, that means this is del q by t, but it is less than 0, inequality sign. It is for irreversible cycle. It is for irreversible cycle. Also, irreversible cycle also can be expressed as also irreversible irreversible cycle can also be expressed as it is for the irreversible cycle del q by t, which is reversible, plus I equals to 0. We can also express the irreversible cycle in this form too. Here I indicates the irreversibility. I indicates the irreversibility. So here in the reversible part, this term irreversibility has been added. Then it is called as the irreversible cycle. Now, if I equal to 0, I equal to 0 means irreversibility 0. I equal to 0, we can say it is irreversibility. If irreversibility is 0, it means it is not irreversible at all. It is not irreversible at all. It means that applying this condition here, when this I equal to 0, we are taking, then this term will be written as del q by t reversible, and that equals to 0. So if the process is not irreversible, if I equals to 0 in this equation, it will be the reversible equation. So here in this way, this Clausius inequality is proved here, and this Clausius inequality this says that when a system, this says that when a system undergoes a complete cyclic process, when a system undergoes a complete cyclic process, the integral of term del q by t around the cycle is less than 0 or equal to 0, and the equality and inequality signs hold for reversible or irreversible cycles respectively. So this term or this term is proved here. So this for the cyclic process del q by t less than or equal to 0, where del q is the heat transfer of the system through the boundary, and or T is the absolute temperature, and this is called as the Clausius inequality. This is called as the Clausius inequality. Next corollary is based on the entropy. So here It says that the cyclic integral of quantity del qit, cyclic integral of quantity del qit for a reversible cycle being equal to 0 suggests that the cyclic integral of quantity del qit for a reversible cycle being equal to 0 suggests that the quantity del qit is a point function. It is a point function and is therefore property of a system, and the property is called as entropy, which is denoted by S. This property is denoted by S called entropy. So this can be written as, for any process 1 to 2, this is del q by t reversible, which is equal to integration limit 1 to 2 ds, or del q by t reversible equal to ds. We can express in this term. Now here, the amount of heat contained in a substance, the amount of heat contained in a substance and the degree to which it is ordered are described by the property of state, which is known as entropy. It means the amount of heat contained in a substance and what is the degree of order. This is described by the entropy, and if there is the higher the disorder, the greater is the increase of entropy. If the disorder will be higher, there will be the greater will be the increase of entropy. So we will prove here that entropy is the property of the system. Okay, so I am again taking here. So see here, the term we have got from the Clausius inequality. So from Clausius inequality, from Clausius inequality, we have got this term del q by t, del q by t less than or equal to 0, but we can write it as, for the reversible cycle, this is del q by t equals to 0. Now for any process 1 to 2, for any process from state 1, any process from state 1 to state 2, we can write, or we have this, this is for the process 1 to 2, this is del q by t, but it is reversible. It is reversible. This is written as 1 to 2 ds. ds is change of entropy, or we can also write simply this term del q by t, this is reversible, and which is equal to ds. So ds can be written in this form. Now suppose we are taking the cyclic process on this diagram, PV diagram. Suppose we are taking, there is the one PV diagram. So take this. This is the PV diagram. So on this PV diagram, we can represent the cycles. Suppose we have taken two states. Suppose and one state is here, and another state here. So between these two states, there is a cycles. So let we are going to take here. This is state one, and this is the path A. 1A. This is state two. So it is the forward direction 1A2. Now in the reverse direction, we can take this is as following the path B. This is path B. So 1A2B1, and another cycle following the different path. Let this path is C connected in here. So this is the path C, and here these are the two reversible processes. Reversible. Both the cycles are reversible. This is also reversible. This is also reversible. So here there are two cycles. Here cycles are, you can see there are two cycles. This cycle, so cycle, first cycle here is that 1A to B1, 1A to 1A to B1, and there is also another cycle which is the second cycle, you can say. This second cycle is 1A to C1, 1A to C1. Now we will apply our concept of this entropy for the both the cycle. So uh, for cycle 1, for cycle 1, it means you can say it is 1A to B1, 1A to B1. We are going to apply for this cycle. Now see here, we can write because as we know that this term integration of del q by t for the reversible one, it is equal to 0. So for the first cycle we can write for the first process, which is 1 to 2 del q by t for the first process, 1 to 2 del q by t, but here this is the path A, so we will write path A. It is for the path A. For the second process, which is 2 to 1, here the term is same, there is del q by t, but here the path is the returning the path is path B, and summation of these two will be equal to 0. Suppose this is equation number 1. It is for the first cycle, this cycle we have written this term. Now for second cycle means you can say 1A to C1, 1A to C1. So you can also write here in the similar manner, process 1 to 2, this term is a del q by t path A, because path A is common in both the cycles, plus integration within limit 2 to 1, again this term del q by t, but here path is path C for this cycle, and which is equal to 0. That this is equation number 2. This is equation number 2. Now we will compare these two equations 1 and 2. So comparing, now on comparison, comparing on comparing these equations, comparing equations 1 and 2, we get what we get is that because first term 1 to 2 is common in both, so that will be cancelled out. 2 to 1, this is del q by t for the path B, it is for the path B, and this will be equal to process 2 to 1 del q by t for path C. Means these two terms are same. The term del q by t either for the path B or for the path C, both are same. It means it says that this term del q by t, which is equal to 0, it is not depending upon the path. We can take one more path also. Suppose we are taking one more path, that is the path D. If we are taking the path D, definitely the that will also be equal to this one. That will also be equal to same. Means if we are taking adding the path D also, then that what it will give you, del q by t for the paths D also, that will also be equal. It means it is path independent. It is path independent, which is not depending upon the path. It is path independent. It means it is only depending on the state 1 and 2, because the cyclic process is running from the state 1 and 2, path independent. So it is a point function. So this quantity is a point function, and the quantity which is a point function, it is an it is having an exact differential. It is a point function, it is having an exact differential, and so it is a property of the system. So it is a property of the system. Property of the system. Now this property is called as the entropy. This property is called as the entropy. So we can say the quantity del q by t equal to ds for the reversible one, not for the irreversible one, for the reversible one. So that can be also written as ds means change of entropy S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1. So here we can say this quantity is equal to the change of entropy, and it says about the entropy or the disorder when the heat contained by a system, and this property is called as the entropy. So if process is reversible, if process is reversible and adiabatic, if process is reversible and adiabatic, and as we know that for the process which is adiabatic, for this process adiabatic, you already know for this process del q equals to 0 for this process. So if we put here del q, so that is 0 by t, which is equal to ds. We have put del q equal to 0, so that says that ds equal to 0 for the reversible and adiabatic process. So del c equal to 0, which is equal to S2 minus S1. ds is the change of entropy, and that will give you S2 equals to S1, which is constant. It means no entropy change will be there if the process is reversible and adiabatic. Reversible and adiabatic that for that process S is equal to constant. So this reversible and adiabatic process, if you mark on this TS diagram, if we are saying this is the TS diagram, temperature entropy diagram, here temperature, and here we are taking entropy. Then reversible adiabatic process is a vertical line. Suppose this is state 1, this is state 2. So from 1 to 2, this process is called as the isentropic process. S equal to constant, process is called as the isentropic. Process is called as the isentropic. It means the process which is reversible and adiabatic, it is called as the isentropic process. Okay. Now this depend करता है. Suppose there are three cases. If S2 minus S1 means ds or change of entropy, if it is equal to 0, if it is 0, so we can say 0, then the process will be, it is for the reversible process, process will be reversible. For the reversible process, this will be equal to 0. If the ds is greater than 0, ds is greater than 0, it means S2 minus S1 greater than 0, that tends to S2 greater than S1. S2 greater than S1 means here entropy will increase. Here entropy will increase. Entropy increasing. Entropy increasing means the process will be irreversible. The process will be irreversible if it is greater than 0. And the third term, this is the last term, if we say this ds is less than 0, ds less than 0, it means S2 minus S1 less than 0, or we can say S2 less than S1, S2 less than S1, because entropy cannot decrease. This case is not possible. This is the impossible case. This is the impossible. This is not possible. Okay, so we have got we have covered here this all. Okay, we have covered this corollary 5 also. In this way, today we have covered corollary 5 as well as for the entropy, Clausius inequality as well as the entropy. Okay, so now I am going to stop sharing my screen, or you can ask. You are free to ask question now. If you have any question, please ask. Because I covered my topic. If you have any question, please ask. किसी कोई क्वेश्चन है? Yes. Yes, Lovely Sharma, please ask a question.
और सर जो वहाँ पर था डेल क्यू अपॉन टी रिवर्सिबल इज इक्वल टू डेल एस अपॉन डेल एस इज इक्वल टू S2 माइनस S1, तो सर वहाँ पर स्टेट के लिए था ना, जैसे स्टेट 1 to 2 के लिए था S2 माइनस S1.
1 to 2 प्रोसेस होता है, उसमें 1 and 2
यस
स्टेट
सर,
है ना.
यस
वो हमारा
यही था प्लस में.
हाँ नहीं, फिर हमने क्या, हमारा साइकिल कौन सा हो रहा, हमारा 1A to B1.
यस सर,
इसमें 1A2 एक प्रोसेस है 1 से 2 तक, और 2B1 दूसरा प्रोसेस है 2 से 1 तक.
यस सर,
Combinedly 1A2 and 2B1, it is a cycle, because हम 1 से स्टार्ट किया, लौट के हम 1 पर ही आ रहे हैं. So it is a cyclic process. It is a cycle.
यस सर,
ओके.
यस
जब हम इसमें समेशन लिखते हैं तो हम समेशन कंप्लीट लिखते हैं फॉर ऑल द प्रोसेस. मान लो कि साइकिल में 3 प्रोसेस हैं, 4 प्रोसेस हैं, कार्नोट साइकिल में 4 प्रोसेस होते हैं, तो आपको चारों लेना पड़ेंगे तो आपको कंप्लीट बनेगा, है ना.
यस सर. थैंक यू सर.
या